Hello everyone! Today we are going to talk about the state of the economy, and what I have behind you, yes, you guessed, Bed Bath & Beyond, store closing, liquidation, everything has to go on sale. This is just one example of what we're seeing around here. So stay tuned, and we're going to go through a lot more examples here about liquidation, people being laid off, and what's really happening. Another example here, Bye Bye Baby, but it belongs to the same brand, same company, so it's closing as well. It's not just Bed Bath & Beyond, Bye Bye Baby too. Store closing, liquidation, everything must go, entire store 20 to 40% off. So I went inside Bed Bath & Beyond, and honestly, it is just sad. It is empty, nobody's there, a lot of empty shelves, and at the end, not much left, and the prices are not outstanding either. 20% off is pretty much what you used to have with their little flyers in the past. So no big deal as such to grasp, in my opinion, with the store closing. But that is it. I guess people are shopping now at Amazon online and getting cheaper deals, probably all out of China. I don't know, but sad story here for Bed Bath & Beyond. But is it the only one? So we heard of Home Depot lays off. I mean, it's very recent, so I just did a quick Google here. Wanted to get more example and visibility of what's happening. And I found a rather interesting website I want to share with you. Extremely revealing here. So look at this. Companies that announce major layoffs. Look at these names here. Amazon is actually number 2. I just mentioned them earlier. Alphabet, so that's Google. Meta, that's Facebook. Microsoft, Salesforce, Dell, Disney Plus, okay. Philips, Ericsson, it's a lot of IT tech companies you see here. Accenture is more on the, I guess, advising thing, but still, they do a lot of IT implementations as well. So a lot of IT in there, Disney Plus, streaming and online entertainment, but big names and not small numbers either. But let's go down the list because that's just the top names, and then you can go down. And Vodafone, LinkedIn, technology, healthcare here, NovaFox, biotechnology, okay, media and entertainment, technology again, Morgan Stanley, financial services, we had not seen that one before, Volvo Cars, so that's direct manufacturing, automotive, 1,200 people, Shopify, e-commerce, all right, technology, another healthcare, delivery service, all right, Walt Disney Entertainment, Gap, another retail. Here we got the name 3M. I was actually surprised at seeing that one with 6,000 people manufacturing. They were like the big winners on the mask N95 3 years ago with the pandemic, but I guess it's over, so laying off people. Another financial services here, First Republic Bank, but we heard of that name before, and we know banking is in trouble, so not that surprising. And then we go into financial audit, Ernst & Young, Deloitte, services here, and people are with less money are buying less services. So I'll let you look at these names here. It's all over the place. A lot of technology, that is true. Some manufacturing, some financial services, some healthcare, but really across the board, people are being laid off. And that's very current. You see here, March 2023, so that's just 2 months ago. It's there. Meta, Tyson Food, okay, Johnson & Johnson, healthcare, 1,000 people, another big name here. So you see all these big names here, and it all adds up. We're not talking about 1 or 2 people. It's thousands and thousands here. But is it true? I mean, it's a website. Is it a reliable information? So I decided to just pick a name, and not whichever name here, BlackRock, because it was on the list. And I just did another search. Is it true that BlackRock is laying off people? And apparently it is true. It was taken up by CNN, cutting 500 jobs as Wall Street layoffs continue. So it appears to be some reliable information in that article, and terrifying at the same time. It is a lot of numbers and a lot of people being laid off. And BlackRock is that fund that owns so many of these big names at the end, big companies. Interesting article here if you want to continue reading. Some good names. Goldman Sachs plan to cut up to 5,200 jobs. Amazon, 18,000 employees. And it keeps going. It keeps going. So pretty sad article. But let's move away from these articles, and I want to take you to a tour here in one of Houston's largest shopping mall, just to show you what's really happening on the retail business. So this is Memorial City on the west side of Houston on I-10 along the energy corridor. And so when we say energy corridor, it means a lot of oil and gas companies. So people who have decent jobs and decent salaries. And that shopping center used to be full pretty much every day of the week. At lunchtime, it was people working in the surrounding, going there for lunch. There's a large food court and pretty busy. I mean, you've got a Target, as you see here. You've got a Macy, JCPenney's, Dillard's, some big names, as well as all the big stores you would expect in a rather nice shopping center. So here it is, inside. What we see store closed. Look at that one, completely black. They're advertising for other stores, but it has closed. Now open on another side. They're inviting you to visit the shops that are open, but this one, which was a pretty large one, is closed. Just one example, and there are many of them, unfortunately. And look around here. Do you think this is busy? I mean, you can count the people. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's nothing. Nothing. This is Thursday lunchtime. Okay, we are not just before Christmas, agreed. It's not the big shopping rush, but still, it used to be a lot more busy than that. And these are the kind of stores you have now. The cutest plushies. So my girls would love it. But it's all very cheap stuff, made in China, most likely. Okay, $19.99, sorry, $20 for the plushie. That's it. That's it. That one is a new store. I go there pretty often. Believe me, it was not there 3 months ago. So you do have the jewelers. You can still buy gold, silver, and so on. It's still there, but a lot of empty here in the middle. There used to be a lot more shops. And that's another sad example of a pretty large store that closed after Christmas this year. That used to be the American Girl. So a very nice shop where you used to go with your little girl to get a doll that would dress, you could customize the doll to look like her. The same hair, same dress, everything, and you could have tea and coffee and have a little meal with the doll at the table. Gone. And they were not cheap dolls. It was like $100 to get the doll made up to your little girl's outfit and shape. But yeah, sad, sad, sad. But the big names are there. Zara, it is there. We can see a few here. Gap, of course. Gap is there. It hasn't changed. Hasn't moved locations. Still there. And quite a few of the usual. I mean, you would expect that are there. Haven't moved. Forever 21. It is there. What we're seeing here is some of the stores that don't belong to a big chain. They close. They are closing, and if they are not closing, they are relocating to a smaller space to pretty much pay less rent. So we have the two. We can see both at this mall. Let me take you to an example, another one here. So my other example here is L'Occitane. You know, the French beauty products and soap and so on. It used to have a very nice, look at this, that was L'Occitane, corner space. And it had to relocate to a much smaller, less exposed location in the mall. And instead, look what you have. This is a very, very cheap jewelry store, 3 for $10. I mean, it's all crap. But that is what you get now. It used to be a rather high-end mall, and you still have some high-end stores, but they're going down. They are going down. Another one that relocated here is Loft. They used to have a very prime space, large one, next to the Apple store and went to a not as exposed location, probably a bit smaller. That one here has not relocated yet, Banana Republic, but look how empty it is. And it's not the first time I pass it, and it's just nobody's there. Starbucks is doing good, so people keep buying coffees at $10 a cup. So Starbucks is flourishing still, probably decreased business a bit, but it's still going okay. But overall, pretty sad, very empty. Prices have increased, people have less money and are buying less. So even so, you see some deals at the stores, 50% off. 50% off a price that's maybe 30% more than what it used to be 2 years ago. So it's not such a deal. So to finish here, I walk through Dillard's. So it's the downstairs area, beauty, perfumes, as well as shoes. So rather for the ladies. I just let you count how many people you can see here shopping. Rather sad, but there's no recession, right? Right, I'm not too sure who we're fooling here and how long all these stores are going to be able to keep open. So I hope you found this useful. If you did, as always, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thank you all for watching.